Okay, everybody. Thanks for taking the time tonight to get on this call, or this webinar, I should say. And I wanted to open up and introduce that we are the Pure Proactive Weight Loss and Wellness Program. We're the only virtual medically supervised wellness and weight loss program of its kind. But more importantly, the mission we have here is saving people's lives. Many people across America and across the world are suffering with obesity, being overweight, but the problem goes much deeper than that. So you're going to see tons of ads and advertisements of losing weight and getting, in shape and all of those things, but a lot of them aren't addressing the underlying causes. So I wanted to open up tonight with Irene's story. As you can see, Irene on the left was 200 plus pounds. On the right, she's feeling amazing and has lost a tremendous amount of weight. She started with us November of 2011. And in just 4 or 5 months been able to transform her life. What's so interesting about Irene's story is Irene was the group exercise director for 8 Gold's gyms for the last 15 years. And they weren't just any Gold's gyms. They were the award-winning, best franchised-run health clubs on the planet. So Gold's Gym Los Angeles can really boast that they are an amazing group that performs, has the highest, best product, best clubs, and she was in there performing the best group exercise program on the planet. She had probably 150 to 200 group exercise people working underneath her and just coordinated a really powerful program. And every year she would go to the convention, the Gold's Gym Convention, and she would win these awards and accept all these accolades for what an incredible job she did building that program. She's addicted to dance. It's part of her spirit. It's part of her soul. But the one thing that always stuck with her is, man, here I am getting up in front of all these people accepting these awards, these fitness awards, and here I am, an overweight individual. So she said it was always bittersweet and caused her a lot of anxiety to be excited about winning this award, but she never felt completely confident about it. Well, we launched our program inside Gold's Gym Los Angeles back in October, and reluctantly Irene said she would, like to give it a try, even though she's failed on just about everything possible. And you'll be able to see her video on YouTube at pureproactive.com, our YouTube channel. But Irene gave it a shot, and she stuck with it. And what she found was this was a program she could stick to. It's a program that made sense. And what's different than all the others is she's been able to maintain the results. So it's not just always going in and burning as many calories as possible and working out to its fullest. She was teaching 10 to 12 hours a week in classes on top of managing the complete department. So this wasn't a lazy person or someone who was sitting idle. And according to her, wasn't really eating that bad, and she didn't even realize what types of food she was eating were not really great for her. So I always like to open it up with Irene's story because I think she's a testament to so many people out there. Currently, different countries have said Americans are just fat and lazy. 66% of us are overweight, 33% of us are obese. Well, we may be packing on the pounds, but lazy we are not. We work extra hard. We're working double jobs. It's just absolutely amazing how much energy and effort we put into just living our lives as Americans. And unfortunately, in the society and the surroundings and the environment we're in, it's very, very difficult to maintain a healthy lifestyle on top of all the hard work that we're putting in. So tonight we're going to uncover what the simple solution is and how easy it is to make it part of your lifestyle short term, but how great it is to make it part of your lifestyle long term. I want to boast that this program is medically supervised. Why that's important is because people are coming to us with all sorts of ailments, health histories, so there can't be one size fits all, and we have to be acutely aware of everything that's going on with that client. When I say medically supervised, that doesn't mean we're giving out medicines. This is an all-natural approach to wellness, and through wellness you will see incredible weight loss. It's virtual and on-demand, which means there's no visiting the doctors, there's no sitting for doctor's appointments, there's no lengthy blood tests. You can actually go online, fill out the form. Our medical team reviews it typically within the first 4 to 6 hours of receiving it. And by the next day or that night, we're on the phone with you, seeing if you're a candidate for the program, seeing if you're ready to accept our challenge and get on with the program. With that, we will assign you a personal coach, and it will be the personal coach's responsibility to see that you are successful on this plan. Much different than most plans where they hand you a book, hand you some guidance, maybe show up to a couple of meetings, but there's no real one-on-one support, coaching, and accountability. That's something that will not be lacking here at the Pure Proactive program. Next thing is we guarantee our results. Well, how are we able to do that? Well, after having wellness centers in over 30 health clubs across the country, I can tell you I've watched more people fail. Less than 5% of the people who join a health club actually get results. Why are we able to guarantee those results? Because we went down to the core of human nature. We found out what is it that will keep this client going, and that's quick results. Quick results are not bad. You want quick results when your body maybe ingests something that's not toxic. You want the quick results for your body to throw it back up and get it out of your body. Well, nothing's changed when it comes to releasing fat, sleeping better, feeling better. We want to be able to see that change over time, but we want that time to be much shorter than the first month or two that we're putting into running up and down stairs and doing all these exercise challenges and not really seeing the result. So we can guarantee that when you start this program, within the first 7 days of the program, if you drop out, it's too hard, you didn't know what you were getting yourself into, you're not sure, you will get your money back 100%, no questions asked. We're not going to hassle you. We will ask why. We will try to help you through it. But if it's not for you and you quit within the first hour of starting with us or 7 days later, we understand. The great news is less than 3% of the people that do the program ever have to drop out. We make it easy. We guide you through it. I'm not saying it doesn't take willpower, and I'm not saying it doesn't take staying power, but it only takes it 24 hours at a time. Because what's going to be amazing when you start this program, and let's say you are someone coming to us for weight loss, and you step on that scale the next day and it's down a half a pound, 2 pounds, sometimes 3 or 4 pounds, which may shock you, but it actually works. And every single day you'll get a little win, a half a pound, you're sleeping better, your energy. People will start to notice your skin looks better, your hair, the whites of your eyes come back. Everything about you would change, your disposition, how you handle stressful events, your emotional state. All of these things will be a direct result of you purifying your body and getting active in your lifestyle. 90% of our people release a half a pound to 2 pounds of fat per day. Why do we say release? Because it's something you want to get rid of and leave forever. Something you lose is something you try to find. We don't want you to lose this weight. We want you to release it. It's toxic. It's fat. It's bad for you. It's surrounding your organs, right? We want you to release it and get rid of it. And once you do, we're going to teach you how to keep it off for life. This will give you better sleep and increased energy almost instantly. How much better is a family with when they're sleeping? How much better are your kids with increased energy and you have increased energy to keep up with them? We're going to reduce your need for medications. If you're getting clean and healthy, 90% of us will report that they're going to drop some medications, reduce their medications. So it is important when you're on the program within the next 4 to 5 weeks, if you're on medications or working with a doctor, that you get back in there to see them so they can modify it. Because dropping 15, 20 pounds in the next 3 weeks will have a drastic change in how your internal body is functioning. Why is it 97% effective? Again, it's medically supervised. Medically supervised means we do it over the phone, internet, and text, so you never have to go anywhere. We customize your nutrition and supplementation. We will give you the supplements you need. You won't have to guess going to a big vitamin store or online. You're not going to have to guess. We don't use anything out of the ordinary. These are basic vitamins and supplementation that are there to support your specific needs. Nutrition is also something that has to be custom. There's no one size fits all when it comes to nutrition. So we customize that program right from the beginning, and then we give you a personal daily wellness coach. That coach's job is to monitor you on a daily basis to make sure you're getting through everything you need to get through. And if they need to customize or tweak or change or adjust the program, they're there to do that. It's those adjustments that can make the difference between success and stopping the program. So making those fine-tuned adjustments are what will help you get through the good times and the bad times. You will have a player's guide. You will have a cookbook. We have these incredible, beautiful recipes. Let me just tell you, most programs you're out, you're doing shakes, powders, pills. We're not about that. We're eating whole, gorgeous, delicious, juicy food. Steaks, lobster, shrimp, vegetables, fruits. Those are all the things that are nourishing your body. And we're going to help you prepare them in such a way and prepare for them in such a way that you'll actually be saving money, because you'll be prepared for eating rather than an afterthought. And every time food's an afterthought, it either costs you money or it costs you your health. So at this program, we're talking about taking time to be healthy today versus taking time to be sick later. So if it's just a belly fat or some pounds you're trying to lose, understand that this program is going to give you much more than just a slim waistline. Online tracking portal. This portal is your communication. This highlights a client that's lost 57 pounds in less than 90 days working with our client. Started at 260 pounds, now is 203 pounds. This was a referral from a personal trainer that was having trouble getting anywhere with the client, and now they're having a lot more fun working out on that gym floor with this client being 203 pounds versus 260. Both of them enjoying working together. This is a health distribution from a corporation we worked with, as you can see, in 2010. Had a lot of people stuck in the average and fair category of health. And then fast forward to 2011 after we worked with this company, and they went from good to excellent health. This is so important in today's society, not only for a corporation that is costing them tons of money to employ to pay for their employees, but also for the employee themselves, because these savings can get passed on. And in the future, you will be discriminated against, and it's already happening now if you're a smoker, you're overweight, on paying higher premiums. So the time value of money says the better you can keep your health now, not only just from dropping copays on medications and doctor visits and all those other things that go with savings on healthcare, but reducing premiums ongoing, just like they do with life insurance now. If you sit in a certain tier, you're going to pay more over time, and believe me, that money adds up. Even if it's just $25 to $50 a month in savings, times that by 20 years, you have a good significant amount of dollars there. So this company was incredibly happy with the results. They took these results to United Healthcare, and for the first time in the company's history, they were able to negotiate a 0% increase in their healthcare premiums, which saved them over $280,000 just after working with our program for 6 months. So before you start anything or start any problem, you can say, Doc, what is the magic ingredient here? Why are you getting the results? What is so unique and different about your program? Do you have some type of formula? What is it? Well, you know what it is? We understand who we're dealing with. You see this big push for everyone to read the labels and read what they're eating and putting into their bodies. Well, you know what? Our team reads your label first. And if we're to read your label, we'd have to say to ourselves, is this person safe to eat? Let's see what their label says. Well, their label says they're full of stress, air, water pollution, salt, corn syrup, wheat gluten, soy protein extract, partially hydrogenated oils, enriched flours, artificial sweeteners, steroids, antibiotics, hormones, pesticides, preservatives, colorings, dyes, chemical-laden makeups, lotions and hair care products, natural flavors, E. coli, salmonella, T. coliform, assorted pathogens, GMO, tons of unpleasant things that we can't quite identify from foreign and domestic sources, grown in places where quality and safety may be in doubt. It's full of neurotoxins that affect brain function, memory, and causes cancer in rats, pesticides that produce allergens, and lowers our children's IQ. And for a very special limited time offer, you can go get your pink slime at Mickey D's. We're all under attack from these things every day. Do you think it's smart for this person to all of a sudden start some type of crash diet and put more of that artificial sweetener in their body while they're doing some crazy boot camp class? Or running their body into the ground? What do you think this is doing internally, right? It's increasing stress. We're all under mental, emotional stress, right? From the work, from the lifestyle. We're all on the physical stress, sitting at computers, old ailments, and then that toxic stress, was I just mentioned, which typically would just be some from catastrophic event that would happen. There's no catastrophic event. It's from the personal care products, the deodorants, the stuff in our food. All of these chemicals are leaching into our body. And if you notice, I put these stresses in the forms of tigers. You know why? Your body reacts to these types of stress the same way they would react if a tiger were to jump into your room right now. Your eyes would dilate, your hands would start shaking, all the blood would rush from your stomach and go to your arms and legs so your body could get out of there fast. And what would happen if you were sitting eating lunch and a tiger came through? Would you be able to process your food? No. What would happen? It wouldn't get digested properly and either end up as fat or come out as diarrhea. So when you're looking and handling the stresses, think back to the paleo times when maybe a tiger was chasing us once every 6 months. We're getting chased by these tigers 100 times per day. And it's causing a biochemical response and stress mechanism that's telling our body, increase the norepinephrine and adrenaline, increase that cortisol, which stores more fat. The more fat you store, the lower your energy levels is, the more toxic that you're going to be. So when we look at the 7 different ways that stress affects the body, it affects your nervous system, musculoskeletal, respiratory, cardiovascular system, your gastrointestinal system. Why is that important? Well, if it's throwing off your gastrointestinal system, you can't absorb the food. If you can't absorb the food, you can't reproduce what your body needs to survive, including hormones, right? This is affecting your reproductive system. We have clients being sent to us from fertility clinics, women with PCOS trying to get pregnant. They go on our program, and suddenly they're able to conceive children. A lot of times you'll hear from people in their 30s, late 20s and 30s say, man, I don't get it. How come I can't have a baby, but some kid out in the middle of nowhere, 18 years old, not married, can have as many kids as they want? Well, think about it. They're not as toxic. They haven't been exposed as many years as you have to the toxic stresses and the physical stresses that we're undergoing. You give your body a holiday from all that by doing a program like this. You're giving your body an internal spa treatment. You're turning the other way. Okay? When you get these adrenal glands, you ever wonder where these cravings come from? 10 o'clock at night, you're finally winding down for the day, and your body says, okay, watch your TV, read your book, try to relax. And all of a sudden, this intense craving for something salty comes over you. And then when you eat that, you get up and you pass the refrigerator where the living stuff is, and you pass the countertop where the fruit and vegetables may be, and you go to the coffin, as you call it, the pantry, and you reach for the potato chips or the pretzels. And then once you're done polishing that off, you get this intense craving for something sweet. So you go to the sweets. And really what that is your adrenal glands run off of sodium, potassium, and sugar. So your body is craving it. It's craving it instantly because the adrenal glands are responsible for secreting all the stress hormones. They're the ones that were working all day long. You thought you were at work? Your adrenal glands were working twice as hard. Your GI system working twice as hard. Your cardiovascular system. Why? The tiger jumps in, your heart rate goes up because it's trying to secrete all those stress hormones to the rest of your body so you can get out of there. This is a stressful environment, a toxic environment, and the only way to combat it is to start fresh, to reset. If your body was a car, would we take it on a road trip today? That's the equivalent to taking your car and throwing it on a treadmill, dumbbells, and feeding it gas that's all synthetic and doesn't have the proper fluids in it. No, we got to change the fluid, the spark plugs. Let's redo this engine, right? Let's rebuild it a little bit. And the way it can be rebuilt, which is great, is your cells are constantly reproducing and changing. So we can turn the tide by feeding what it needs. One part of the program, this is just one part we address, is the adrenal fatigue. We just talked about it. Your adrenal glands have been firing all day long. So what does it lead to? It leads to the cravings. When you get cravings, you're eating bad, your body gets tired from doing all that. Then you get irritable. You start having headaches. It increases your PMS symptoms because now your body's not producing the hormones. The hormonal levels are all in imbalance. You get mental fog and memory loss. Why? Do you think it's important to remember anything when you got tigers chasing you? Your brain shuts down. The short-term memory goes. Sometimes your long-term memory goes. You just can't process things. You know why? You're stressed out. Try to have a conversation with someone when you got someone texting you saying your rent didn't get paid. How much are you really listening to them? And that's going on in our lives, in our functional lives with work and also our family lives. It leads to mild depression. The weight gain leads to more depression. Then you have this low energy. And worst of all, now you have low sex drive. So you've gained some weight. You don't feel like having a relationship with your husband or wife or whatnot. Then you start thinking, is it them? Do they not find me attractive anymore? No, you don't find you attractive anymore. You're the one who's tired, has these headaches, memory loss, and just don't feel right. So how's the relationship going to go? Okay? If you're not getting stress, sleep, it's called stress, you're not secreting hormones. If you're drinking fatfine, or you might call it caffeine, especially after exercise, you're spiking your cortisol levels all day. When you spike your cortisol levels, just like in this stress, your body's going to secrete fat. So how is this going? The two parents on the back left are sitting there having a discussion about nothing. What do we argue about as husbands and wives and friends and co-workers and family? We argue about nothing. Consistently argue about nothing. We can't even understand why we're irritable. Why so-and-so made such a big deal out of X, Y, Z. We're putting meaning on things. What's happening is we're just not feeling good. We're not healthy. And then when the bickering starts and, oh, why did you forget to do this? You never do this. And you start going, guess who's in the middle? Little Johnny's sitting right in the middle, right? He's got to hear all this. And now that they've been spending so much time arguing and bickering that they say, we got to get this kid to school. Let's take him to school. And they forget that he needs lunch and he needs breakfast. So they stop at McDonald's and they get him some fast, or they give him some pack of Lunchables, which can sit in that package basically on your shelf for 30 years and probably still look the same with all the preservatives and chemicals they got jam-packed in there. And then the kid goes to school and he's got the tigers. He doesn't recognize it, but man, the confidence issues he's getting from listening to his parents constantly argue. He's full of the toxins. He's got these tigers chasing him, and this kid can't study. He can't concentrate. He can't remember anything. And so we take him to the doctors and say, doctor, you have to help us. This is affecting our family life. I keep getting calls from the teacher. He's all over the place. He's flicking light switches in the classroom. He's not doing well in school, and he was so bright. What happened? It must be the teacher. Doc, can you give me some Ritalin? Can you give me some drugs? Test him for attention deficit disorder. So then we do that. We medicate this kid, and guess what? Antibiotic usage, as of last week, the report says, is down. But guess what's up? Anxiety and attention deficit disorder, Ritalin, is through the roof. It's up 46%. What are we doing here? The root cause of what's happening is we're just not feeling well. We're just not healthy. This program allows you to just start the process over. And what you will see is amazing. We're not here to cure anything or treat your symptoms. We are here to start over, start back to the basics, give the body the basic elements, tons of water, good fruits and vegetables, right? This is about getting your life back, not about if you like fruits and vegetables or not, if you don't like apples, you don't like bananas. That's not what this is about. If you had to feed that child and that child needed water and it was your child and you had to walk 10 miles each way every day to get that child fresh water to drink, you would do it for survival. Well, this is survival in your life, and then it's about getting active and healthy and participate in your life. If you're gaining weight, having fatigue, or irritable, you're losing confidence. If you're losing confidence, you're losing everything that you have in life, because without confidence, nothing happens. And if it does happen, it happens bad. I want you guys to take back control of your life. I want you to get healthy. When we start here, miracles happen. Emails come in. Go to our Facebook page. Type in there, hey, I was thinking about doing this program. What do you think? Watch the response you get from the people that have done this. They've tried it all. They've even tried bariatric surgery, Atkins, you name it, Nutrisystem, Jenny Craig. I'm not saying all those things are not good. I'm just saying you have to learn what the unique factor here is. Understanding the stress, the mental stress, how to deal with it. We give you coping mechanisms, breathing exercises, all the techniques to get through the life on a daily basis. Here's a sample meal plan. Egg whites, coffee, tea, water. Fruit. Lunch, we give you grilled chicken, tomato, cucumber. You'll have another fruit. Then for dinner, you'll have some type of protein and a vegetable. These are things you'll be cooking at home. You'll be saving money. You'll be enjoying it. You'll start spending maybe some time sitting down with your family, maybe sitting down with somebody and getting back to what meals were based on. We do give you the supplementation. They're all from plant-based whole foods. We give you this endocrine support. That's where, the most important. The system our body uses to handle stress are very complex. And central to those systems are the adrenal and thyroid glands. How many people are coming into the doctor's office saying, I think I have a thyroid issue? No, maybe your adrenals are tired. Maybe your liver, which is responsible for detoxing the body, is overwhelmed, and it can't actually work with the thyroid hormones and convert it properly. Right? These require a significant amount of nutrients to produce healthy levels of hormones. How many of us out there say, hey, I'm getting proper nutrition? We know it's not out there. We give you the rapid weight off. That's designed to increase your metabolism, stabilize your blood sugars, and support a healthy weight loss program. Digestive enzymes are essential for proper absorption, utilization, and elimination of fats, carbs, and proteins. It's not you are what you eat. It's all what you can absorb, utilize, eliminate, and mobilize through your body. If you just started taking a bunch of vitamins and minerals right now and exercising, your body can't do anything with it. You might be wasting your money. Probiotics, very important. You hear them all the time. They help you maintain a healthy pH. What's pH? That's the level of acidity and alkalinity in your digestive tract. It helps your increased absorption, your immunity, your ability to synthesize hormones and vitamins. And then, of course, your essential vitamins and minerals. So those are the things that we give you to support you during the first 21 days of what we call level 1. Level 2 is, hey, I lost 15, 20 pounds. I got to keep it off for 3 weeks or 6 weeks. We coach you for a year on the program. You will be educated on what to do, how to do it, so that you do not need to be a lifelong member. We want you to be a lifetime fan of us, but you do not need to be a lifetime member. This is a college course, essentially, an education, an awakening. We're going to bring all the things that have been floating in the background and make them present to you. Through education, it will be easy to make the right choices. It will be easy to take this lifestyle and stick with it. We have plenty of Facebook, testimonials on a daily basis. We have videos on YouTube where you can see real people out there doing what you can do yourself. Who can benefit from a cleanse and purification vacation? All of us. 66% of us are overweight. Is it any doubt that 60-something% are getting divorced? Although the overweight's just a symptom, it's a symptom of an underlying toxicity, both from our way we're dealing with each other and how our bodies are reacting. 33% of Americans are overweight. Specifically, women are coming to us with PCOS, infertility, hot flashes, skin and hair issues. Why skin and hair issues for women, right? It's inside out. Women are using 8 to 12 care products, personal care products on their skin versus men who are like 4 or 5. So they're more toxic. That's why men lose weight faster than women. They're not using as many toxic chemicals on their skin and their body to get their nails painted and the varnish and all these other things that are causing hormonal disruption. The men aren't putting on their bodies, so they lose the weight faster. Acid reflux, digestive issues, colitis, Crohn's disease, these things will improve when you put yourself on the right nutritional program. Thyroid concerns, PMS, anxiety, and depression. You go to our website, go to pureproactive.com. You'll watch the video, click the free trial. When you fill out this information, you're going to see there that you're going to put a time when we should contact you. Our medical team will go over and review your program and then call you and let you know whether you're a candidate. We can't accept everybody. We can only accept people with a strong why factor, mission statement. Why are you going to do this program? Why? Because you want your life back, because you want confidence. If you do all those things, all the necessary steps your coach lays out for you are going to be nothing. It's just like a team who wants to win the Super Bowl. Yes, coach, they have a common goal. They have a common mission, which is to be the best on the planet. What does that give you when you're the best on the planet? Are they already millionaires? Do they already make enough money? Do they really need to win the Super Bowl to prove they've made it in life? Absolutely, because they want to be the best. They want to strive and be active. So once we get you pure, we're going to teach you how to be proactive. We ask you the very similar questions that you normally answer in the beginning, and then as they go along, you're going to see that these are questions you never asked before. Do you have a white film on your tongue? Do you crave sugars or simple carbs, large appetite, constant sinus issues, low back, foamy bubbles in the toilet after urinating? We ask you if to spit in a glass of water at night. That sounds crazy, but guess what? 70% of us have a little thing called candida running through our body. And what candida is a yeast, and yeast loves sugar. So it makes your body crave sugar. And why do we have it? We have tons of antibiotics in our food that are constantly killing off our natural bacteria. There's 100 trillion cells in the there's 1 trillion cells in the body and 10 trillion natural bacteria. When that ratio of good bacteria to bad bacteria gets thrown off, your body is host to this candida, which women understand, which women will know as yeast infections. Well, there's a systemic infection going on lately. So if you can actually spit in a glass of water, and it's got to be distilled or filtered next to your bed when you first wake up in the morning, if you see anything stringing or cascading down from it, you may be positive for candida, which may be the cause of a lot of the issues that you're having. And we can help you clean that out using good, natural, healthy food. I am going to stop. I went crazy, and I do see here that there is one question, and one of the questions has been, let me read that. Okay. Yes, you get a personal coach. I hope I made that clear. You're not just getting a coaching call center. You're going to have someone that's going to watch you through this program every step of the way. Very, very, very important. Just go to the website, fill out the form. Our team will look at it. We will make sure that we find something that fits your time, budget, and needs. Our mission here is to save people's lives, whatever that means. You'll see a huge difference in you and in your family. And after this call, I would suggest you go to Facebook, maybe look at some of the postings that we have. Again, our website's pureproactive.com. The Facebook is there. You can contact me via Facebook. My email address is D as in David, R like Robert, then Ferro, F as in Frank, ERO, at Pure Proactive. So if you have any questions that you think about after the call, feel free to get in touch with me. But this program is designed to get results. And if in the first 7 days you're not seeing those results, you can cancel at any time. I really appreciate you getting on this call. I hope I've answered some questions and shed some light about what the program is all about. Please go and share this with your friends and family. And if you have any questions, again, it's Dr. Ferro, pureproactive.com, or just go online, fill out the free consultation. We'll be glad to look at it for you and see if there's anything that we can help you with. So thanks a lot and have a pure proactive day.